Hello friends. Earlier already we have discussed about the sign convention which is most important for the ray optics. And already we have discussed some equations related with the spherical mirror, like radius of curvature is double of focal length, otherwise focal length is half of the radius of curvature. And another equation is called mirror equation, that is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u. Already we have discussed about the formula for magnification, that is m is equal to minus v by u, which is applicable for both type of mirror. And two more equation for the magnification, that is m is equal to f upon f minus u, and m is equal to f minus v upon f. Now today we are going to discuss about some another topic related with refraction. As you know about the refraction, now first of all we will clear about that what is called refraction. Then when the ray of light goes from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it changes direction at its boundary surface. This phenomenon is called diffraction. Simply we can say whenever light ray enter from one medium to another medium, it's change its direction from its boundary. It's called refraction. Then one important thing, whenever the light is incident perpendicularly normally to the surface, then it will not deviate it from its path. Otherwise, from any angle, the ray deviated from its path. It's called refraction. Here you can see the diagram. In diagram, two mediums are shown, medium 1 and medium 2. Related with the medium, we can say their refractive index, which is shown by eta 1, and for the medium eta 2. Now think about what is called refractive index. The refractive index indicate that the optical density of the medium. When we heard the word density, the density means mass upon volume, but it is called mass density. Here I have used the word optical density. The optical density is different from material density. Material density means mass upon volume, but optical density indicate the medium is how much rarer, otherwise denser. Rarer and denser in the case of ऑप्टिकली रेयर और ऑप्टिकली डेंसर, कि जो भी मीडियम है वो ऑप्टिकली कितना रेयर या फिर ऑप्टिकली कितना डेंसर है, विच इज इंडिकेटेड बाय रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. वन मोर टाइम, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मीन्स ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर मीडियम. तो हियर फॉर द मीडियम 1 the refractive index is eta 1, and for the medium 2 the refractive index is eta 2. Here the PQ ray is incident at point Q, which separates the two medium by making angle I. So I is called angle of incident. Remember here always angle of incident or angle of reflection or angle of refraction with respect to normal only, and here normal is indicated by dotted line. So the I is angle of incident and the QR ray is refracted because it is entered in the another medium, so it's deviated from its original path. That's why QR is called refracted light. Then the R is called angle of refraction. Then the how much ray is deviated from its path It's called as deviation angle, and deviation angle measured by I minus R, which is also shown in figure. See figure carefully. The PQ is incident ray, QR is refracted ray, I it's called angle of incident, R is called angle of refraction, and I minus R it's called angle of deviation. हमें यहाँ पर सिर्फ एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट और एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन का ही काम है। तो यहाँ पर अब हमें करना है अबाउट द रिफ्रैक्शन, और उससे रिलेटेड हमें थोड़े बहुत लॉस डिस्कस करने हैं और उसका इक्वेशन डिराइव करना है। देन लॉज ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन, द फर्स्ट लॉ, द इंसिडेंट रे, the refracted ray and normal drawn to the point of incident are in same plane. Second law, for the two given media, if I is angle of incident and R is angle of refraction, then ratio of sin I upon sin R always remains constant, and which is also known as Snell's law. One more time for the second law. Okay, for two different media, if I is angle of incident and R is angle of refraction, then the ratio of sin I and sin R is always constant, and which is known as Snell's law. And this ratio is also called refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, that is called eta 21. Here eta 21 means the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. That's why the above equation can be written sin I upon sin R is equal to eta 21. That we will remember as a equation 1. Now about the velocity. Okay, if velocity of light in medium 1 is v1 and the velocity of light in medium 2 is v2, then the ratio v1 upon v2 is also known as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, means eta 21 is equal to v1 upon v2. Remember friends, okay, refractive index depends on wavelength, medium and temperature. Always refractive index depends on three things: the type of the medium, the wavelength of light and temperature of the medium. Now if we remember the above equation number 1, then sin I upon sin R is equal to v1 upon v2, because it was eta 21. Instead of eta 21 we can place v1 upon v2. Then we will remember this equation as a 3. Now about the absolute refractive index, means the refractive index of medium with respect to vacuum, it's called absolute refractive index, means eta is equal to C by V. We can also say that the speed of light in medium with respect to vacuum is also called absolute refractive index. Then eta is equal to C by V. For the medium 1 we can say C upon V1, and eta 2 is equal to C upon V2, because C is the speed of light in vacuum and V is the speed of light in medium. Therefore if we write eta 2 upon eta 1 by taking ratio, then we can get v1 upon v2. Then earlier also we have equation related with v1 upon v2. Then when we compare the equation 3 and 5, then we can say sin I upon sin R is equal to eta 2 upon eta 1, that is eta 21. Then when we cross multiply it, then eta 1 sin I is equal to eta 2 sin R, which is known as Snell's law. That most important equation related with the refraction of light, that is eta 1 sin I is equal to eta 2 sin R, which is known as Snell's law. और ये याद रखना बहुत easy है friends, कि जिस मीडियम में है उसी मीडियम का साइन का एंगल है। दैट्स वाई फर्स्ट मीडियम ईटा 1 उसी में एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट है आई, एंड सेकंड मीडियम ईटा 2 उसी का ही एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन है आर। दैट्स वाई ईटा 1 साइन आई इज इक्वल टू ईटा 2 साइन आर। और उसका हमें आगे जाकर बहुत बार इसको यूज करना है। इट मीन्स whenever there is a case of refraction we will use Snell's law, that is eta 1 sin I is equal to eta 2 sin R. Now some general form of Snell's law. So from Snell's law, if we say eta 2 greater than eta 1 means refractive index of second medium is greater than first medium. Already we have discussed the refractive index, it's called its optical density, means optically medium कितना rarer और denser है. Therefore if we say eta 2 greater than eta 1 then the second medium is denser medium and first medium is rarer medium, and whenever light enter from first to second means light goes from rarer to denser medium. Then according to Snell's law we can say sin I greater than sin R whenever eta 2 greater than eta 1. right hand side की corner की equation देखो which is written by black pen कि sin I upon sin R is equal to eta 2 upon eta 1. if eta 2 greater than eta 1 तो right hand side का आंसर greater than 1. therefore लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में बोलेंगे साइन आई ग्रेटर देन साइन आर, देयरफॉर आई ग्रेटर देन आर, द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट इज ग्रेटर देन एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन. दैट्स व्हाई वी कैन से व्हेनेवर लाइट एंटर फ्रॉम रेयर टू डेंसर मीडियम द रे बेंड टुवर्ड्स टू द नॉर्मल बिकॉज एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन इज लेस देन एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट. अनदर वे if eta 2 less than eta 1 then sin I less than sin R means I less than R. That means whenever light ray goes from denser to rarer medium it bends away from the normal. The remember friends that most important thing for the case of refraction that whenever light ray enter from rarer to denser it always bends towards to the normal, and whenever light enter from denser to rarer medium always bends away from the normal. Now some another information related with refractive index कि always refractive index is unitless, dimensionless. Already we have discussed कि refractive index depends on type of the medium, wavelength of light and temperature of the medium. The refractive index of air is 1 मतलब यूनिट एंड विच इज मिनिमम वैल्यू. इसका मतलब कि एयर से रेयर मीडियम कोई भी नहीं है. हियर इन एयर वी विल एक्सेप्ट दैट the speed of light in vacuum and speed of light in air is approximate same. Therefore its ratio is 1. Therefore refractive index of air is 1 and which is minimum value. सबसे rarer medium we will consider as a air. Now some another information कि eta is equal to c by v, but according to the 11th standard the speed of light v is equal to nu lambda. Nu is the frequency of the light and lambda is the wavelength of the light. Now remember whenever light ray enter from one medium to another medium frequency does not change, always frequency remains constant. The wavelength will be changed and due to the change in wavelength speed will be changed. Therefore eta we can say inversely proportional to the velocity and therefore eta is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the light. अब अगर ये रिलेशन याद करें कि eta is inversely proportional to the wavelength of the light, तब जिस लाइट की wavelength या जिस कलर की वेवलेंथ हाई है उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कम, और जिस रे की या जिस लाइट की वेवलेंथ लो है उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स हाई. देन just remember the two rays in our visible spectrum of Vibgyor. Just remember the color of top and bottom, that is red color and violet color. Just remember which color has longest wavelength. Yes, the red color has longest wavelength and blue has lowest wavelength. Therefore, the red color का refractive index is low and violet color का refractive index high. तो इससे रिलेटेड फ्रेंड्स बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस बन सकते हैं, और इसीलिए ये याद रखो कि वेन एवर लाइट एंटर फ्रॉम वन मीडियम टू अनदर मीडियम, the frequency does not change, always frequency remains constant, and wavelength and refractive index are inversely proportional. Wavelength and velocity are directly proportional, but refractive index and wavelength are inversely proportional to each other. Now, some another information about the refractive index. If we write eta 31, then we know that eta 31 is eta 3 upon eta 1, but it can be written as eta 32 into eta 21. अब इसको सिंप्लीफाई करें कि eta 32 मतलब eta 3 upon eta 2 और eta 21 मतलब eta 2 by eta 1. Eta 2 will be cancelled. Then eta 31 is also can be written as eta 32 into eta 21. That means इसको सीक्वेंस में लेते जाओ कि eta 31 2, तब सेकंड मीडियम इंट्रोड्यूस कर दो तो eta 32 into eta 21. द सिमिलरली एक एग्जाम्पल और ले कि eta 52, देन इट कैन बी रिटन eta 54 into eta 43 into eta 32. अनदर वे eta 21 is equal to eta 2 upon eta 1, and which is also can be written कि eta 2 को अगर हम डिनोमिनेटर में ले जाए तो उसको लिखेंगे हम eta 1 upon eta 2. Therefore, eta 21 is equal to 1 upon eta 1 upon eta 2. और अब eta 21 is equal to 1 upon eta 12 हम कह सकते हैं. वंस अगेन कि eta 21 को अगर हम 1 upon eta 12 भी लिख सकते हैं. देखो ध्यान से मित्रों कि eta 21 is equal to eta 2 upon eta 1. Therefore, eta 2 को अगर हम डिनोमिनेटर ले जाए तो 1 upon eta 1 upon eta 2. अब eta 21 means eta 2 upon eta 1. Then eta 1 upon eta 2 can be written as eta 12. Therefore, eta 21 and eta 12 are reciprocal of each other. अगर इसको हम मल्टीप्लाई में लिखें तो eta 21 into eta 12 is equal to 1. तो ये जो भी रिलेटेड है कि रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स से रिलेटेड जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन है उसको याद करो. नाउ वन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग केस ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन ऑफ लाइट, इट्स कॉल्ड लेटरल शिफ्ट. द लेटरल शिफ्ट मीन्स whenever the light ray enter from one medium to another medium and once again from this medium to mid medium, same medium, the how much ray is deviated from its path, its called is lateral shift. So for the lateral shift, here ABCD consider as a one rectangular glass slab. हाँ, हम ग्लास स्लैब ले सकते हैं या कोई भी दूसरे मीडियम का भी स्लैब ले लो. तब ABCD here we will consider as a glass slab of thickness T. That means द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन AC या डिस्टेंस बिटवीन BD इज T, जिसको बोलेंगे हम थिकनेस ऑफ द ग्लास स्लैब. नाउ द इंसिडेंट रे PQ is incident by making angle theta 1 with the normal, and here the refractive index of the glass slab is greater than first medium. Therefore the ray is bent towards to the normal by making angle theta 2 with the normal and incident on the another surface of the glass slab CD at point R. Now from here the ray is entered from denser to rarer medium. RS is refracted ray. QR for the surface CD, QR is incident ray and RS is refracted ray, and here the light enter from denser to rarer, that's why it bends away from the normal, which is indicated by ray RS. अब PQ जो ओरिजिनल रे है उसको अगर हम उसी डायरेक्शन में एक्सटेंड करें, विच इज डिनोटेड बाय डॉटेड लाइन, देन whenever the light coming out from the another surface it remains parallel to the main line. Main line मतलब R dash S dash. Therefore the ray is deviated from its path is Rn, the maximum deviation. देखो जो भी डायग्राम दिया है उसमें इनिशियली जैसे ही Q पॉइंट पर रे रिफ्रैक्ट होती है वहाँ से रे डेविएटेड हो गई, एंड डेविएशन एंगल वी कैन से थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2, और वो जो रे है वो डेविएट कितनी होगी, कितनी मैक्सिमम डेविएट होगी. तब जब भी रे उस स्लैब में से बाहर निकले तब मैक्सिमम डेविएशन होगा, बिकॉज RS ray and R dash S dash remains parallel to each other if the medium of both the sides AB and CD are same. Therefore R से अगर हम कोई भी परपेंडिकुलर लाइन ड्रॉ कर दे, that is Rn, which is called lateral shift X, that is the maximum shifting of the ray, that's why it is called lateral shift. तो बस अब हमें लेटरल शिफ्ट का ही फॉर्मूला डिराइव करना है. उसके लिए ये जो डायग्राम है उसको याद रखो, जिसमें हमें दो ट्रायंगल का यूज़ करना है. फर्स्ट ट्रायंगल क्यू एन आर, देखो डायग्राम में कि क्यू एन आर एंड अनदर ट्रायंगल एज ए क्यू टी आर. नाउ द फ्रॉम ट्रायंगल क्यू एन आर, if we use sine function, then sine theta 1 minus theta 2, which is Rn upon QR, because QR is called its hypotenuse. That's why sine theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to Rn upon QR. Rn is lateral shift X, that's why it is X upon QR. Now from the triangle QTR, if we use cos function, then cos theta 2, which is adjacent upon hypotenuse, that's why it is QT upon QR. So cos theta 2 is equal to QT upon QR, and QT it's called its thickness, that's why it is T upon QR. अब यही दो इक्वेशंस का अगर हम रेशियो ले लें, टेकिंग रेशियो ऑफ इक्वेशन 1 and 2, then sin theta 1 minus theta 2 upon cos theta 2 is equal to X upon QR, T upon QR. QR will be cancelled, and if we make subject as a lateral shift, then most generalized formula X is equal to T sin theta 1 minus theta 2 upon cos theta 2. ये जो इक्वेशन है वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है फ्रेंड्स, कि लेटरल शिफ्ट अगर पूछे तब X is equal to T, which is thickness, sin theta 1 minus theta 2. Theta 1 is angle of incidence and theta 2 is the angle of refraction upon cos theta 2. अब इसी लेटरल शिफ्ट की अगर हमें थोड़ी बहुत और फॉर्मूला डिराइव करनी है Then other form of lateral shift, if we consider for the small angle of incident, अगर angle of incident small हुआ in case of refraction, then theta 2 भी उससे भी small होगा because initially ray enter from rarer to denser, that's why it bends towards to the normal. अगर theta 1 small है तो theta 2 उससे भी small होगा. Therefore sin theta 1 minus theta 2 becomes very small, and for the mathematics sin theta approximate theta, that's why sin theta 1 minus theta 2 approximate theta 1 minus theta 2, but cos theta 2 is equal to 1. हाँ, ये तुम लोगों के लिए होमवर्क में है. यस, वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स, समझ गए ना? वेरी गुड कि cos थीटा 2 की वैल्यू 1 क्यों हुई. हाँ, साइन थीटा अप्रोक्सीमेट थीटा होता है, लेकिन अगर थीटा स्मॉल है देन cos थीटा 2 इज ऑलवेज 1. क्यों है वो तुम्हारे लिए होमवर्क में. अब इसी इक्वेशन को अगर हम आगे बढ़ाएं, देन फ्रॉम द इक्वेशन ऑफ लेटरल शिफ्ट वी कैन से x इज इक्वल टू t थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2, क्योंकि साइन थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2 अप्रोक्सीमेट थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2 हो गया, और cos थीटा 2 डिनोमिनेटर तो 1 हो गया. दैट्स वाई x इज इक्वल टू t थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2. हाँ, अब जो ऊपर इक्वेशन है उसमें से थीटा 1 कॉमन निकाल दे तो बनेगा x इज इक्वल टू t थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2 अपॉन थीटा 1, which is another form of lateral shift. Now if we use Snell's law, then eta 1 sin theta 1 is equal to eta 2 sin theta 2, but theta 1 theta 2 are small, therefore eta 1 theta 1 is equal to eta 2 theta 2. From our equation, if we make subject theta 2 by theta 1, that obvious it is eta 1 upon eta 2. Therefore lateral shift x is equal to t theta 1 minus eta 1 upon eta 2, which is another form of lateral shift. लेकिन ये जो दो फॉर्मूला हमें मिले which is applicable whenever theta 1 मतलब angle of incidence is very small. Otherwise just use always general formula, and that is x is equal to t sin theta 1 minus theta 2 upon cos theta 2. बाकी की जो इक्वेशन है वो सिर्फ स्पेशल केस में ही होगी. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स.